episode of EMA Cloud Rants. Today with Jens Soeldner, as basically always, and I'm here live at Dell Technologies World, the first Dell Technologies World, Jens, and I'm just through the first keynote, and there was a lot of talk about storage I/O, density, being basically more efficient with storage. Is that exciting you as the guy on the side who helps customers?
Basically, yes, but I think that's driven by the vendors or the inventors of the ingredients, like Intel with their amazing 3D cross-point technology, and that I think really drives it. And of course, like Dell and VMware with their vSAN, which is an amazing technology, can leverage that, but I think that's really the ingredient, the secret ingredient really comes from the vendors of the hardware.
Mm-hmm. And what I was missing a little bit was the management aspect of the storage, right? They have some really interesting solutions, and also server-side-wise, Open Manage, for example, Open Manage Enterprise. And I think that could be a bigger deal. What do you think? I mean, when you talk about this whole pets to kettle conversation.
Yeah, but I think they've basically come a long way with the ease of management that you currently find in vSAN. And I've recently been to a very well-known German customer, like probably not known in the US, but in Germany, definitely a market leader in a certain segment. And they have a very, very great vExpert implementation supplied to them by Dell. Everything with integrated management, built on vSAN, and they were very, very, very happy. Yeah. So I think the management is a key differentiator, and let's see how it further matures.
And interestingly enough, VMware is in the process of rebranding Cloud Foundation into HCI, right? It's now called Hyperconverged Infrastructure. And they're the only ones who have truly a software stack, right? That's independent of hardware. And I was going to ask you, in your experience, Jens, why do people buy hyperconverged infrastructure? Do they really buy it for the management today already? Do you see progress into that direction?
Well, I think management, actually I was also discussing the very same question today with a bunch of teachers from the region where I live in. I did a pro bono teaching event to them, and they were asking basically the same question. Why should they go for hyperconverged? Why not a traditional SAN or something else? Why all this? And well, I told them, well, first of all, it's the ease of management. If you just have a unified Dell EMC, you have to go 5 days on a training, but you're not an expert afterwards. And of course, if you want to expand the storage, it's so much easier with hyperconverged. Whether it's vSAN or some of the competitors, you can just add nodes and go along. And I think that's also a big differentiator.
Mm-hmm. So you see this time of when they are buying hyperconverged to simply buy more storage or to buy new servers. You don't think this will be like that in the future? This is going away more in favor of truly, oh yeah, it's scalable, it's a management platform, it transforms pets into cattle, yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely that hyperconverged is the future. And as you can see, whatever vendor you look at, Cisco, Nutanix, VMware, Dell, they are all embracing it. So I would say there's a clear indicator that's probably, at least for the moment, we don't know what's happening in 5 years, but I think for the moment it's the technology out there.
Last topic, it's actually really the first topic when you go into the sessions here, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So based on Michael Dell, everything is infused with machine learning and artificial intelligence. It makes everything better. Do you get customers to ask you about what should I do with AI? How do I enhance my data center? How do I benefit? Is that a topic for a lot of people?
Well, not really in the segment that we are working on. Of course, like AI and machine learning is a big topic, but I wouldn't say so much that it has arrived in the IT infrastructure world that we're living in. So people are still concerned with their VMware infrastructures. And actually, if you talk to these mid-market segment, I think even containers have not really arrived there. So there's still some leeway to go until the things zip over from the US, from the Silicon Valley, from more innovative places to quiet places like Germany, where some early adopters like BMW and Bosch are out there that are adopting PKS and Kubernetes and NSX-T and all that modern stuff. But until it arrives in the mainstream, still take some time.
So
And AI has not arrived yet.
The Germans are so far behind. No, I mean, I think in the data center, there is a lot of interesting small things that you can do with AI, like optimize your cooling or better distribute IOs on the file system, right? Do people ask about that? Because it's built into some products. And I'm always wondering, how big is the impact, right? Let's quantify that a little bit. Or is it just table stakes that you buy anyway and you don't really care about?
I think it depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a very, very technology interested like CIO, then these topics come up. But if you are talking, I would say, to the administrator guys, then they are just happy with being told about new versions of a certain product. And I think that's already enough input.
Yeah, now
so
it
depends.
All right. Thank you, Jens. This was EMA Cloud Rants directly from Dell Technologies World.
Have fun in Vegas, Torsten. Looking forward to the next Cloud Rant.